Have you ever felt trapped, stuck between an impossible situation and a dead end? Today, we're diving into one of the most epic stories ever told, a story about being cornered, about facing overwhelming odds, and about a deliverance so miraculous it is echoed through history. We're in Exodus chapters 13 and 14. So, the Israelites are finally free from Egypt. After centuries of slavery, they are on the move. You can just imagine the excitement, the relief, the sheer joy. In Exodus 13, God gives them instructions for the Feast of Unleavened Bread, a way to remember this incredible moment of liberation forever. It's a reminder that their freedom wasn't just a lucky break, it was a divine act. He also institutes the consecration of the firstborn, a powerful symbol that the first and the best belong to him, a sign of gratitude for sparing their firstborn during the final plague. But notice how God leads them. He doesn't take them on the most direct route, the highway through Philistine territory. Why? Because he knew they weren't ready for war. He knew their spirits, though free, were still fragile. So, he leads them the long way around, toward the Red Sea. And he gives them a personal, visible guide, a pillar of cloud by day to lead them, and a pillar of fire by night to give them light. God wasn't just pointing the way, he was traveling with them, every single step. What an incredible comfort that must have been. This is where the story takes a dramatic turn. Back in Egypt, Pharaoh has a serious case of seller's remorse. He realizes he's lost his entire workforce. His heart hardens, and he thinks, what have we done? So he gathers his army, his best chariots, his elite soldiers, and charges after the Israelites. The chase is on. Now, picture the scene. The Israelites are camped by the sea. They look ahead, and there's a massive body of water. They look behind, and they see a dust cloud on the horizon. It's getting bigger. The thundering of hooves and the glint of armor become unmistakable. It's Pharaoh's army coming for them. They are completely and utterly trapped. Panic sets in. They cry out to Moses, "Was it because there were no graves in Egypt that you brought us to the desert to die? It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in the wilderness." Their newfound faith evaporates in the face of fear. It's a very human reaction, isn't it? When the pressure is on, it's so easy to forget God's past faithfulness. But Moses' response is legendary. He stands firm and tells the people, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Be still. Can you imagine hearing that with an army bearing down on you? It's one of the hardest things to do. But then God gives Moses the command. Tell the Israelites to move forward. Forward? Into the sea? It makes no sense. But faith often requires us to take a step into the illogical. Moses raises his staff, and a strong east wind begins to blow all night long, pushing the waters back, turning the sea into dry land, with a wall of water on their right and on their left. The Israelites walk through the sea on dry ground. When the Egyptians charge in after them, their chariot wheels get stuck. They realize God is fighting for Israel, but it's too late. Once all the Israelites are safely across, God commands Moses to stretch out his hand again. The walls of water collapse, and the entire Egyptian army is swallowed by the sea. Not one of them survived. On the other side, the Israelites witness the full scale of their salvation. The threat is gone. The enemy is defeated. Their fear turns to awe and worship. This wasn't just an escape. It was a powerful demonstration of God's sovereignty and his deep love for his people. He led them into an impossible situation, not to abandon them, but to show them a level of salvation they could never have achieved on their own. It's a timeless reminder that even when we feel trapped, with the sea in front and the enemy behind, God can make a way where there is no way. Thanks so much for joining me today to explore this incredible story. If this encouraged you, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.